In 2300, significant technological advancements are changing the world forever.
We can all see how much has changed in the world we live in. There's no doubt that it is not what it was a century ago. We now have a firm understanding of what will exist in a centennial. We may be aware of some new technologies that have emerged in recent years. At this point, we're just waiting to order our own Sophia or Harmony to keep us company. Welcome back to Artificial Science. In today's video, we might see in detail some of the technologies which are being developed in recent years. For more facts about how the world will change, continue watching the video. This memorial, dated January 26th and contains several allusions to science fiction and prophecies of doom, can be found online every year in some form. This is the version from 2021. Today is the 100th anniversary of the first time the word robot was used to refer to an artificial, non-human being. Even though the construction of modern robots has changed somewhat, history may still be heard. One human appears to have survived, and they've likely learned the moral that will be a pillar of science fiction for the next 100 years. Humans must be eliminated after robots realize they are more robust and intelligent than us. How have we responded to this novel, unsettling notion of robots? People are stupid, lazy, and need to be eliminated. Will they ask for human rights too? Let's check out how the robotic world will be in the future, and if humanity ceased to exist. According to Analytics Insight magazine, the robotics sector continues to innovate by fusing artificial intelligence with vision and other sensory technologies. According to the magazine, more recent versions of robots are simpler to set up and program than older ones, cognitively and, in some situations, physically more human-like. They already coexist with people in factories, warehouses, fast food restaurants, and apparel stores. Since humans have been evolving for 100,000 years, we are very proficient at things we take for granted. It's also intriguing that the drama emphasizes robot rights or AI ethics. Modern AI ethics, of course, are centered on human rights, and humans are consumers of technology. However, it's encouraging to know that 100 years later, this issue is still very much on our radar, especially regarding information, security, and personal data protection.
So let's start with the kinds of problems that computer vision can actually solve so that we can ground the discussion in the actual problem set.
Reliable data that enables robots to learn more on their own and deal with continuously changing circumstances, such as irregular shaped or missing objects, without human aid, is the key to making them more intelligent and capable. Creating automatic image descriptions and auto-captioning are only two instances of how technology has improved. Accessibility for those with disabilities. The state of technology will eventually lead to providing equal opportunities and conveniences to individuals with disabilities in 100 years. Robots in the medical field. Now that's going to steal the show. AI engagement enables medical professionals to provide patients with individualized care. The technology allows hospitals to gather enormous amounts of data on other patients with comparable diseases, and AI then utilizes this data to recommend a course of treatment. AI has a revolution in personalized medicine that can be used to cure severe illnesses like brain tumors. Already, AI is accelerating the identification of diseases, improving the drug research process, and offering virtual nursing help. It is the beginning of the emergence of AI when sophisticated computers are gradually taking over work management. Additionally, computers will aid in planning everyday tasks, approving holidays, monitoring, and complementing your work. However, humans shouldn't delegate decision-making to robots because they are less forgiving than humans. Also, they may terminate an employee without consulting them. In 2015, there were almost 707 million cybersecurity infractions, and there were 554 million in the first half of 2016. Staying one step ahead of hackers is difficult for businesses. According to USC experts, self-automation and learning enabled by AI could secure data effectively and more systematically. On a smaller scale, it will also protect people against terrorism and identity thieves. For search patterns related to harmful computer programs and software, AI offers tools and new technology to revolutionize how we protect vast amounts of data from theft.
Do you believe these self-driving cars are going at 25 miles down the road and I can't get past them?
So I must say I've had my first self-driving car road rage incidents because those of you who live...
AI will have a significant impact on the transportation sector by producing self-driving cars that don't require humanitarian aid and even lessen the likelihood of accidents. AI-efficient systems, in contrast to humans, maintain awareness of their surroundings without becoming distracted. However, the information in the system will still need to be updated by pilots. Additionally, it will take at least 10 years before driverless vehicles begin transporting people from workplaces to home. Further, it will increase child and senior citizen safety by using ethical intelligence to detect them as they cross the road. People must submit commands to Netflix to prepare a personalized movie using new futuristic technology. They will have the option to select the virtual characters of their choice and watch original feature films. Unfortunately, when people begin to adore the movies that artificial intelligence has produced, it may pose a challenge to human-run movie studios. However, artificial intelligence will also help in analyzing the movie's plot and foretelling audiences' reactions to it. As a result, it will assist the writer in creating a great script and identifying its box office potential. In 2050, artificial intelligence will assist older adults in maintaining their independence and segregation in their homes. Additionally, AI tools will give them robots in their homes in a century to track movements towards their house, access healthy foods, and pick up things carefully. Great AI-based solutions will also take on additional tasks by partnering with senior humans in hazardous fields like mining, mine cleaning, dealing with radioactive materials, and firefighting. AI-supported work is even more essential. AI is influencing elder care decisions and tracking every action, including bathroom visits and whether or not someone has showered. In the ensuing 30 years, it is anticipated that both the global populace and our food needs to grow dramatically. It is working hard to enhance current farming practices thanks to AI and other world-changing technology. Its main goal is to improve food production while lowering the likelihood of food waste without compromising environmental harmony. In the next few years, artificial intelligence will help farmers anticipate crop demand in advance. Similar to drones, these devices will capture and distribute real-time agricultural photographs, allowing farmers more time to respond to the worst-case scenario.
Decisions about diagnosing a primary or secondary cancer, as well as for the patients in understanding the risks.
Technology brings innovative ways to prolong life while recipients wait for organ transplants. The subsequent significant development is the development of artificial hearts, which sustain the patient's life while the good nature is being placed. Dialysis also substitutes the patient's need for a kidney transplant recipient's kidneys to eliminate the possibility of organ rejection. This artificially generated organ technology can be combined with 3D printing of patient stem cells. In this procedure, stem cells will be taken from the patient's body and artificially grown in a lab. These will then be inserted into a patient's 3D printed bodily component. So from that, we've come to the end of the video. We now know how the world will change technically in the coming years. There's going to be a wide variety of changes, and it will help us in a lot of ways. It makes our work very easy, but the only disadvantage is that it has a high chance of making us lazy. However, it does a lot of technical work, which is impossible for an average human. So in such a way, it will be a significant development for our world in the next 100 years. If you feel this video is interesting, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more such interesting futuristic facts.